Folks, you may think this is a photograph of toughy tough ice guys getting ready to hit the mean streets to round up some dangerous migrant criminals and save all the American damsels in distress. But there's an entirely different story behind this pic. See, the guy in front, the little guy, that's Barney. He's getting married, and this is his bachelor party. Ever since it came out in 2016, he's been fantasizing about being in his all-time favorite movie, Sniper, Special Ops, with his all-time favorite actor, Steven Seagal. So his brothers from the high school wrestling team all got together and surprised him with a camo cosplay extravaganza. They all gathered at Lionel's house, the guy on the left with the glasses. Lionel is terribly nearsighted, and he's very self-conscious about his glasses, but contacts just don't seem to work for him. So the bros have made a pact to stop calling him Four Eyes, because they really can't stand it when he cries. Lionel ordered the camouflage ensembles from China. He even got the sizing right, although as usual, Barney's pants needed hemming. Good thing Lionel handles a mean needle and thread. Lionel is the competent fella in the group. He's even a part-time manager at the local pet store. The two guys in the back are twins, Shane and Zane. Neither of them likes to shower, and they're both really stupid, but everyone keeps them around because they can always steal money from their stepdad to buy beer, or even heavier party favors for special occasions like this. They're all pretty hopped up in this picture. You can guess what they're on. The guys in the front seat, Marvin and Gus, have been besties since second grade. They love each other, but they bicker constantly. They sell MAGA merch online. Poor guys took a huge blow when Kamala Harris replaced Joe Biden as the nominee. They had to scrap all of their anti-Biden merch, which really had an impact on their bottom line. They never have any cash because they buy every single product that Trump puts out. They can't help it. They love Orange Grandpa more than life itself. They're anxiously awaiting their Trump cologne orders, and so is everyone else in the hopes that Shane and Zane might smell less like duty. Barney is the only guy with a girlfriend, and he's only getting married because she's pregnant. Whoopsie! Turns out you probably shouldn't use the condom that the dog chewed up and left under your bed. Barney and Trixie are going to live in Trixie's trailer in her grandmother's backyard. Barney can't stand Trixie's grandmother, but she's not going to charge rent for the first 6 months as long as Barney takes care of Grandma's 6 dogs and fixes things around her crappy little house. Trixie and her grandmother would love it if Barney could become an ICE agent, but he smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day, so he could never chase anyone down. Initially, the plan was for all the boys to go play paintball, but it was too expensive, so they settled on borrowing Lionel's second cousin's van, riding out to the boonies, firing off their guns, and getting wasted. Trixie took this picture before they left for the adventure. Unfortunately, nobody had lunch before they left, and Lionel did a lousy job with snacks. It was really hot, and nobody brought a change of clothes. When they stripped out of their camo, they all got devoured by mosquitoes, and then Zane got bitten by a snake, and nobody knew if it was poisonous or not. Once his legs started swelling up, they decided they probably should take him to the hospital in case he was dying. Marvin spilled Capri Sun all over his camo suit on the way to the hospital, so he ended up in a foul mood because he knew he wasn't going to be able to sell it on eBay. Gus called him a wussy for being upset about it, and they were giving each other the silent treatment by the time they got to the ER. It wasn't exactly the bachelor party that Barney had in mind, but there was one small consolation. When the bros pulled up at the hospital, every brown person in sight ran away from them, which made each of them feel a little less like losers and a lot more like toughy tough guys. And really, that's not something that Barney and Lionel and Shane and Zane and Marvin and Gus get to feel very often, so they'll remember their camo crusade for a long time, especially with such a great photograph to mark the occasion. Well, Barney and bros, have the day you deserve.